Jennifer Smith was like many of us who are working the 50 to 60 hour a week grind in corporate America. When her father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, he looked at her and said, "Don't wait to do the things you love." She literally woke up in the middle of the night and realized she had to change her path. She launched Growth Potential Consulting and landed a global Fortune 200 company as her very first client. She has gone on to work with leaders in 5 Fortune 100 companies, overall working with 3,500 leaders representing 14 industries on 5 continents. Jennifer is also the founder of the Passionate Leader Institute for individuals who really love the joy of being a leader. Please welcome Jennifer Smith. I'm so glad to have you here.
I'm delighted to be here today, Christina. Thank you for having me.
So let's cut right to the chase. Where are business leaders missing the boat today?
You know, that is a great question. And when we look at what's going on in our world, business leaders and organizations are missing the boat today in how they assess their talent to identify which employees should go into leadership roles and continue to ascend in leadership roles. And the missing characteristic is all around passion. They look for things like what were their results, and are they likable, and how much influence do they have in the organization, what's past performance. But they're not asking the critical question: does this person have a passion for leading their team, developing their team, and other activities that are critical to success? And you know, businesses want to make money and be successful.
Exactly. So then how do you help these leaders keep the authenticity piece, but still be great leaders?
You know, many of us are striving to be our authentic selves, and leaders are the same. And in organizations, we come in and help those leaders understand first, what does authenticity mean to them? Because that's the starting point, and it's different for every person. And after we do that, we also help them understand, here is the company culture, so that they can create strategies that align what authenticity means for them and the company culture all in one. And so an example of that is Mark. We were working with Mark, and of course we'll use that name today. It's not his actual name. But we're working with Mark, vice president, Fortune 500 company, really going places, top performer in the organization, taking on greater responsibility. And they had us come in to help him with 2 specific areas. And his goals were to build stronger relationships with peers, direct reports, and senior executives, as well as navigate the matrix environment better. And many organizations now have matrix reporting relationships. So when we came in, we helped him understand what he needed to do and what those strategies are that would help him be successful. And as a result, he improved his motivation, or increased his motivation, by 25%.
Wow.
He improved building relationships by 25%, and had a 20% improvement in navigating the matrix environment. So are you wondering how we got those numbers, Christina?
I would love to know, yes, and I want to know where I can find a Mark.
Well, we have our own proprietary way of calculating the impact that our coaching engagements, as well as other developmental interventions, are in an organization. And so we calculate the metric, and then at the end of the engagement, we sit down with, in this case, Mark and senior executives to help them understand the impact that the intervention has had on the organization.
And that's so important that we need to see the metrics. We need to see how it's working, why it's working. Okay, so now let's get to your passion project. You've just launched the Passionate Leader Institute. Tell us about that and how you're helping to inspire great leaders.
Yeah. You know, it all started with the fact that I went on my own passion journey, Christina. You know, I have an undergraduate degree in accounting. And then from there, I went into finance and Six Sigma quality, and then human resources. But I woke up one day and said, what do I really love doing? Right. And that is working with leaders and helping them to be their best self and to bring out their potential. And so in 2015, actually founded the Passionate Leader Institute. And since then, organizations have reached out to have us come in and work with their leaders. They'll say things like, this leader has too much passion, Jennifer, or this leader doesn't have enough passion. And so we've been working with them to understand what passion is, and now have created this institute that will be online so it can be available to more leaders. And we're using all the wonderful research that has been done by Dr. Robert Valorand, because he's an expert in passion, and we're taking that research, marrying it with our expertise in leadership to create these wonderful programs.
Oh my gosh, that sounds absolutely amazing. What a gift that's going to be for these companies. So thank you for joining us today, Jennifer.
It was my pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me, Christina.
So to learn more about working with Jennifer and the Passionate Leadership Institute, go to growthpotentialcons.com. And if you'd like to book a consultation, click on Contact Us and set up a call.